What up, my yapperlets and yappers, fellow yappers of the planet? It's December 30th, and again, another sleepless night. It's 3 a.m. I think I really like this. I think this is a really good habit that I'm building here. The fact that I think this is how I unwind genuinely. And it feels nice to be able to go back and watch like the discussions I've had out in the open. Because I used to sit in my room just talking to myself out loud because it helped me break down the situations that I was going through in my life. And there was a lot of mentally confusing things going on in my life, and I didn't really know what to do. But now I'm in a position where it's like, it's a little bit easier. I don't know if easier is the right word. Simpler? I don't know. Maybe it feels more productive for me now because I'm completing two tasks at once. Not only am I doing what I need to do to vent, but I'm also actively being, active, making content, which is something I care about doing. Even though Sunday is my posting day and I didn't post today, which is weird and it's different. But I did manage to watch the Cowboys game. We lost against the Eagles. It was a total blowout. The Eagles had like 27 points. The Cowboys were at 7. We were down and out. We're not here to talk about sports though. But yeah, that was my Sunday. Just sports, gaming. I can't think of anything else. Yesterday I got in the Green Gables and I was like, yo, I knew one day I would touch the book that was made the original and with the E. I knew one day I'd get it and I knew it'd be found in the thrift store. I just didn't know when. And the craziest part is before my mom went there to find the book and buy it. Before that, I went I was like I had this eerie feeling right before she went that like I should go, but I didn't. And I stayed home. And then like there was like four different books of the Anne with the Green Gables series. I was like, that's crazy. You just found like something I was looking for and searching for. So that's really cool. That's a really cool thing that happened this week. A debrief. My YouTube friend. I think he's okay. I hope he's doing okay. I remember just asking myself, did I do something wrong? I feel like often I do things wrong in relationships. Oftentimes, I feel like I'm in the wrong and I'm doing something wrong. And so I'm constantly trying to fix myself, like a perfectionist, I guess, in a certain way where I want to be perfect, or in some sense, I just don't want to be bad. And so it's like, if I did anything wrong, I want you to tell me because I need to know if I feel like I feel like it would I did like I need to know if I feel sorry for what I did. And if I don't know what I did, how will I change? How will we grow? Where do we go from there? So I kept asking myself when there was no replies and there's just like this silence. I kept asking, is it me? Did I do something wrong? Am I too weird for them? For them, the people of the group chat, for fellow content creators, am I just too much? Did I do it again? Did I lose another friend? I kept asking myself that consistently, and then it's just like I'm just I'm getting to the point where it's like I don't know if I really want to get into certain relationships if I know it's gonna end in ghosting. If ghosting is even a possibility in it, I don't think I want to sign myself up for it because I'm still simultaneously navigating the trials and tribulations. I'm simultaneously working to be quote unquote selfish. I'm working on protecting my heart, which I'm severely bad at, and I still don't know how to do that properly. And so I think the first step is if I feel like someone might be bad for me, maybe I should step away and accept that that's the truth. That, hey, maybe this is not going to end the best because it didn't start off the best. And that's not always the case where like something can start off the best and go into the worst because you never know what you're getting. But also It's just like I don't know. I feel like that's a mistake I made in the past, and I don't really care if I make this. Well, I do care if I make the same mistake. I mean, the whole reason why we talk about it is so that hopefully someone doesn't make the same mistake. It's the whole reason of history. We go over history to make sure to keep each other in line. We go over it because we don't want to repeat the mistakes of the past. And so I'm a little scared that I'm doing something wrong. And I've lost many friends, and because of that, it's scary, and I need to know what I'm doing wrong, because if there's a problem with me and I don't fix it, then the whole thing and the whole idea that I'll be making friends in the future kind of goes into the water. So friends is what I'm talking about. I'm talking about friends. Friends, ghosting, things like that. And maybe something else later on. But right now, that's on my mind. And I'm just so scared that new people I meet are gonna go away. Is that a reasonable fear? Sure, yeah. I think it's a fear of abandonment, and it's weird to have a fear of abandonment for me in specific. I've never been really left, I guess. I mean, sure, all my best friends like left me, but at the same time, I've just been. I think, where does it stem from? I've been consistently losing people that I've really liked, like really, like a lot. And these people just go away slowly. And so I guess I'm afraid of losing more people because I think I have something and then I realize I don't have that. And so sometimes I have to force myself to look at the facts. I date back to the facts. What do I know? Well, I've known this person for a few days. So why should I care? We're basically strangers. What do I know about them? Okay, well, if I don't really know much about you, why should I care that much? The bad part is I'm prone to caring about strangers. I'm bound to care about how fellow people around me are feeling. And so if I meet somebody and I we click, if I meet someone and we click, then the idea of it falling apart is somewhat scary, even if we're strangers, because I guess I'm always seeing what we could be, not exactly what we are right now. And so I'm just harnessing what we have right now so we can make it to where we could be. And the disappointing thing is, and maybe losing friendships is a little bit worse than heartbreak and rejection, because it's something deeper than sometimes what we share with our relationships, but it depends. It depends. When I lost my friend, this was a long time ago, my childhood friend. I had like two best friends. This is the friend I had the longest. We went through elementary to high school together. It's not the one that left. I had a guy best friend. We're gonna call him, I don't know, K. I had a guy best friend, K. Okay. He was, I guess, my best friend. And then there was another dude. They were like the two like dudes that everyone was swooning over in elementary. And so I was like, oh, I have to swoon over them too, right? These are my two friends, by the way. Keep in mind. And we play sports together. But at this time, I'm the tall girl in elementary, I'm outcast in that sense. And so we're playing, and then eventually I remember just trying to open up and show all my little flaws, like how I'm afraid of animals. I'm afraid of a lot of things, but I'm really afraid of animals, and I hate the sound of pigeon wings flapping. It's like I'm afraid of animals, but I love them from a distance. I love cats, I love dogs, but they make me nervous because I hate not knowing what's coming next. I hate like things being unpredictable. I like people because people are predictable, but children scare me. Like having to babysit children scares me because I don't know what a child is gonna do. Children feel so unpredictable for me, and it's scary because I have a whole responsibility that's being placed in my hands, and I have to show up and rise to the occasion. But it's just I don't know if I can do it or not. Sometimes I'm just scared of screwing it all up, I guess. But yeah, I was opening up about that. I was like, yeah, I'm actually kind of afraid of when squirrels come really close to me because I've heard stories and I'm afraid of cats. At the time, I was really afraid. And I've been chased by dogs, so I'm very, very scared of dogs, especially big dogs. I'm very short. I don't know, very short. I'm not like four and under. I'm like, I'm short. I guess I don't know if I'm average size for anything, but I'm 5'2", and so I'm scared of big dogs because it's very easy for them to be taller than me, I think. I don't feel that tall when it comes to like big dogs. I don't know. Is it called a Great Dane? I don't know. There's one really huge dog. I want to say a dachshund. I don't know. It's just a really big dog. And it gets really big. Can it be 6 feet? I don't know. When they're standing on two legs, like, and then I had to look at one in the eyes, and she was friendly, but also friendly dogs. They run at you, and that's like unpredictable. It's like I don't know what to do. It's so scary. I was opening up, trying to show my flaws, trying to show these little things that not everyone knows about me, and that well, my family knows, but most people I meet never come to figure this thing out because they're not really around, and that's cool because I don't really, I don't know, I don't know, but yeah. And then one day, I'm laying in my bed and I text him. I say, hey, I really like you, and this is that. And then I said, did I say it was a prank? Yeah, I said it was a prank. This was in sixth grade. I said it was a prank. And we tried to go on as life was normal. And I think this was during the summer. And I said, if you, do you want to stop talking to each other? Do you want to pretend like each other don't exist? And that kind of feels like a mistake to ask to end a friendship over rejection, but I was a kid and kids do things because rejection hurts, and that was my very first rejection. And not only that, it was a very important person to me. So I guess I have been rejected by a best friend. It's just I forget this story because I don't really talk about my life a lot. Oh, well, now I do. Now I tell the stories. Uh, yeah, and yeah. Now I just see him in my class, and it's just like, yeah, we're chilling. We're chilling. We don't really talk. We used to have like Chinese class, but we really do. It really does feel like I never knew the dude. It's like I remember, but things are so different now that there's no way of recollecting that when we're gonna graduate in the same class, and there's no way of like coming back from that. It's an interesting decision, but it's my life, and I can't go back. So F it, F it, F it, F it, F it. And again, there was two popular dudes, and of course, I really thought I liked the other guy. To be honest, I really did. I really did think I did, cause I was drawing pictures of him. I was like, oh yeah, I believe da na 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 na, which sounds crazy because I feel like you wouldn't expect me of all people. Like if you knew me personally, you probably wouldn't think I'm like the type of person to get a silly lovesick crush on someone, especially a guy. Okay, so yeah, that was interesting for sure. But when I confessed, I don't remember how I confessed, honestly. It's kind of a blur. I confessed to my friend. We weren't really that close of friends. I was kind of like the nerdy smart black girl that the dudes cheat off of, you know? I know somebody knows. Someone knows. If you're a girl and you're smart, and then everyone's just gonna ask, "Can I have the answers to your questions in school?" This is like from this just goes universal. This is a universal experience for anyone that gets good grades or is quiet. I know someone has asked you, "Can I have the answers?" And so I was the person that he take the answers from. But at the same time, I was like, I don't want you to fall behind. So I'm going to give you the answers, but I'm also going to show you how to do it yourself. Because there's no, you're not learning anything if I'm just giving you the answers. But if I give you the answer and I explain it, then I'm helping you. I really want to help you. And so that's how I do it. I don't know if that's annoying to anyone, but I thought I was doing the right thing at the time. And I still think that's a good thing to do. To help people understand what they're doing, not just give them the answer. That way, maybe you don't have to give them all the answers. You can just give them one, because they have this one example of what they're supposed to do, and they can just like copy paste and edit the numbers from there. But yeah, furthermore, I confessed. I don't remember how. I just know it ended in me saying, "Oh, you're just like they're saying, oh, you must be gay. There's just no way you don't like me." I didn't say all that. I didn't say there's just no way you don't like me. I did say you're like there. You must be like how they say you must be gay. But I will. This is ironic. But anyways, aside from the ironicness of this statement, uh he has a very long-term relationship now, but at the time I was a kid. In fact, I didn't even really know what it meant to be gay. I just kind of thought, I just people talked about it like it was something bad when I was growing up. So I was like, oh, oh, well, the girls in the class say you're this, so you don't like me? Oh, F you. And then in response, he called me ugly. So I don't really jack that swag, but you're kids. You don't really know what to say. But that broke me. It did. It broke me, but I don't think it broke me as much as the feeling of losing my friend. Losing my friends was definitely way worse than getting rejected. But being called ugly, hmm, yeah, if I could avoid that, I would have. If I could avoid that, it's just like, but I didn't know. And so, friends is interesting. It's like I wanna hold on to my friends close, but it's like, how do I explain this? Like, I want to introduce my friends to my other friends, but I'm afraid that I'll get lost in the mix. Like, I feel like I'll introduce them to each other and then be left behind. And I think that fear is keeping me away from putting good people with good people, but I'm afraid of being out of it. What if I put them together and then I'm not even someone they talk to anymore? I don't want that to be the case. Does that make me possessive? I know I'm not jealous. I'll never be jealous. I'm not that jealous type of person. I'd rather talk it out than be jealous. What is there to be jealous about? Someone else's happiness? Well, if you want happiness, you have to first see someone else. Like, you have to see the standard of what happiness is. You have to, like, get some idea. So, why would I be jealous? You're just setting a great example. Like, you're giving me an idea of what I want. Shaking my head, shaking my head. Friends, friends, friends. I had this one friend during COVID. We were really close. I wouldn't say really close. We were a fair amount of close. I stopped texting her sophomore year. I said, I have to stop texting because I text once a year. Well, maybe 3 times a year. Birthday, Christmas, and New Year's. And I told myself I had to stop because we're getting to this point where it's kind of too late to connect. She was a dancer, and we'd talk a lot about several different things, and I don't know. We just do everything. She'd send me posts, I'd send her Instagram posts. She was a great person, and I think our friendship was great. And I'd always make sure she knew just how much she did for me. She was very supportive, and I would like it's just like it just we just fell out of contact. It was a friendship that lasted for like 2 years, and we just faded, and that happens. I don't know if that's growing apart. It doesn't feel like growing apart. It's just like time passes, and then people go. I don't remember all of the details that, but it was solid. It was a solid friendship. And I was about to say maybe my last solid friendship, but not really. Like I got some pretty good long term friends now. It's always good to reconnect with people. Do you guys get happy too when someone from your past, a past friend that you used to talk to, but you guys just haven't talked in a while? But it's not like you guys didn't like mess with each other. You just stop talking to each other because life gets busy because you're getting older, and so you get busy and you start working a job and all of this. And so, do you guys ever like get really happy when they finally reach out to you and say, "Hey, how are you doing?" I get really excited. I just want to talk their ear off. How have you been? What have you been doing? What have you been up to? You know, checking on my dudes, checking on my ladies, checking on everybody. Mm. Dude, there was like so many friendships that I think are so memorable and precious memories are. I just don't know how I'm gonna unpack all of this. I mean, we're 22 minutes in, so technically I could just go off and tell more stories. I feel like I should cover more emotions and feelings that I have, but at the same time, I feel like I should just go ahead and tell all of the stories. But I don't know. Should I? Do you guys want that? I don't know. I'm thinking about telling this story, or if or if I ever tell the story I'm thinking about. Yeah, I think now I'm just in a point where I'm just sitting at my desk every day trying to figure things out, and I just don't. How do I put in words the feeling that I get trying to be enough? It's not that I'm not enough. It's just that I'm worried that I'm not enough, so I'm consistently trying to improve to be enough, but even the improvements don't feel like it's ever enough. And so I'm just really worried that I'll fall short of being like good enough. And I hate I hate talking to people and just like not having everything on the table. Like I'm not holding anything back, but it's just like I kinda am, but it's not like I care. It's not like I'm holding it back because it's something I don't want to share. I'm holding it back because it's like people like they put up a line that they don't want to cross. And I am 100% okay with crossing that line because screw it. We've already basically crossed that line and it can't get much worse than this. Everybody else knows. Why can't you know? Why can't we just be that comfortable? We're all people on this planet. And I feel like that gets lost in the sauce of online dating. Like it all gets lost in the sauce sometimes. Sometimes the way you flirt with somebody on Instagram is not the way you flirt with them in person. Like you might be a little bolder in your text, but a little more reserved in person. And I hate that there feels like a third wall sometimes. Like you meet someone on Insta, you guys start talking to each other. And then there's this thing where it's like, huh, well, you've seen what I've looked at. You've seen what I've looked like, what I look like. But you seem to have no posts on your profile, not even highlights. Like, highlights are goated, not a single highlight. So I'm just wondering where you are right now. Like, not your ETA. I'm wondering like what you look like. And that wall of just like, okay, all we have with each other is personality, and you don't want to cross the line into different territory. You're not going to show me your face. That's just weird. It's weird. It's weird, slightly understandable. It's slightly like I understand. I understand to some extent. But at the same time, when you really think about like if you're really talking to someone and you really mean it, then taking that step shouldn't really feel like much. Because at the end of the day, I feel like on being online in general dehumanizes the experience. At least for me. Like when I'm interacting with people online, I'm way more hyper because it's like I'm a whole different person. You can do anything. You ever been in VR chat? Sometimes I feel like I'm a whole different person, like being in VR chat and putting on a certain skin. Like I can be more of a clown. I can be more extroverted. Sometimes I feel like I can do and say whatever. I can dance. I can pretend drink. I can put on this whole persona of who I'm not online sometimes. That's how it feels. But in reality, I am who I am. And I don't, I can't ignore that. I look the way that I look, whether it's appealing to someone or not, whether I'm ugly and someone eventually finds me ugly. It's like when YouTubers do face reveals, like, oh, the big face review, and then someone says, oh, they're ugly. It's like, I'd rather just put it all on the table at the very beginning so that there's never a moment where you're like, oh, Ellie is not attractive. I don't want that to ever be a topic of discussion. Just put it all out on the table so that no feelings get hurt. That way I know that, like, off the rippers, if I'm not physically attractive to you and you're not physically attractive to me, then we're just wasting time here. Like, I would just like to, like, set the bound right there where it ends. Low standards aside, personality is very important, sure. And looks are, it's like, I put it on a scale, because apparently there's three. At first it was like, oh, looks, like attractiveness or personality. And then someone added a new category, and I was like, what? Body, personality, or face? By face, I mean beauty, looks, attractiveness. Okay? Right. You can be conventionally attractive. And then I was like, here's what I'd say. I think what your body looks like is at the bottom of the list. What your face looks like, I like a pretty face goes a long way. It really does. So you could have a pretty face and a body. I don't really care much about what your body looks like. Whether you're like exercising doesn't matter. Like people in the gym, yeah, you can get jacked. That's super cool. In fact, it's very attractive to actively be putting yourself in a healthier position. I've done that to work because I know how it feels like mentally to mentally strive for, physical fitness. So I can really appreciate someone who exercises because I can understand where their mental is. So I'm okay. I'm okay. But body is far from anything. Like it's the very small, like maybe 5%, if anything, looks, a face. I remember one day they were like we were doing this like kissing game. It's like spin the bottle, kiss the person. Something very immature. It landed on me, and then I looked at this person, they looked at me, and they came over there to me, and I looked at their lips. Their lips looked like kind of crusty, and it was like there was dry cracking. I don't know. How do you, I don't know, they were chapped, dry lips, and they looked at me, and I looked at them, and I said, I'm not playing this game. And it's not because I didn't like the person. They're cool. We were friends. We were friends, actually. We were very cool, but I was just like, huh. It's like, I like you, but it's like, uh, um. So the face thing, I don't think I can kiss someone that I don't find a little bit attractive. Just a little bit. I don't think it's that important, but I can't be repulsed. I'm just gonna be honest. What is it? It's like there's this Alex. I want to say Alexander Hamilton. It's not. Alexander the Great. Is that him? It's the dude with the sword called Excalibur, and he picked up the sword from the rock. That story. That guy. Alexander the Great, I think. I don't know. In this story, there's this tale. I want to say the Canterbury Tales, but I don't remember. There was this tale where a knight had to kiss a witch or something like that. The truth is, she was a beautiful lady with a curse put on her, and she had to find a man that would love her and marry her. And he did that, but it took a lot for him to push himself to do that story. I don't know why I brought that up. Yeah, anyways, so body at the bottom, looks second place, personality over everything. The thing that the old lady had in the story is she was kind. She helped the man generously with an offer that only he marry her. That's her only offer. And though he found her ugly, he put a ring on it. If you want it, then you gotta put a ring on it. And he did, and he came to find out towards the end that she was the most beautiful woman he's ever seen. So yeah, personality over everything definitely carries. I don't want to talk to someone who looks good but has a personality that's bland, and I've said this before, where it's like you can be an attractive 10, but your personality can be S, and then you're a 0 to me. Yeah, I don't know. I hate the up in the air thing. I just hate it. That's my current dilemma today. It's friends and online dating where there is even a up in the air situation. You know what I like? When it's out in the open. Where we've both seen each other. We're like flirting, and it's like real good flirting. We're like greatly flirting, and then we're both attracted to each other, and we know that off the jump. Because if you're not attracted to me, don't ghost me. Just say something. Just say something to let me know that it won't be what I'm hoping it'll become, Like, I need to know if I have a chance to begin with. If I don't have a chance, don't make me think that I have a chance. I don't want that disappointment, that mental disappointment. So whenever you figure it out, that you look at me and say, wow, this person is not that attractive, then just say that, though. Just say that you're not attracted to this person. But don't lead them on. Don't lead me on. Don't do that crap. I guess that's it. I'm so tired. It's about to be 4 a.m. Yeah. I guess that's my sitch. That's my sitch. You like that? That's my sitch. That's my situation. That's my situation. I guess I'll just keep updating about it. I think this is cool though. I think the friends that I'm making, we have the potential to be good friends. But I won't lie and say, I'm promising a good friendship out of this. I'm just gonna see where it goes, and I hope it settles. I'm hoping like it won't all fall apart. Cause my YouTube friendships, they didn't fall apart, but it's like we're not really talking like we were. We used to hold like a call a week, but now we don't. And it's like, I don't really mind that we don't talk as much because I feel like we're just cool. We're all just cooling. But at the same time, it's like I want to talk to them, but I don't. I just want to hang out because I feel like I had a lot of time where we were hanging out, and I just want to maximize hanging out and making sure everything is good. No fallouts, you know? I guess, dude, the current dilemma. It's like I see you know what? I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it. You know how was this my last was this episode 2? In the last podcast episode, I was talking about my ex, I think. I don't know which one it was. Just one before this one. One or two before this one, there was this conversation. Maybe that was my first one. It could have been my first one. My first one had like bad audio quality because you could hear the air conditioner and everything, and that was very bad. But now we have noise suppression, and I'm recording it a whole different way, so everything's like high tech and whatever. Um, yeah, I talked about the flaws that I had with my ex, and that's that we didn't really do much of what I wanted to do. I wanted to have movie nights. I wanted to just go on dates. I wanted to meet up. I wanted to do so many things, but that's just something he never wanted to do. And it was like, we're not really going anywhere with this crap. Right? Respectfully, we're not going anywhere. And you don't talk to me. It's like when we talk, it's like you have NPC dialogue. Like you're scripted. We have the same conversations every day, and it's super lame because when I ask you about how your day is, and you're somewhere else in a different country temporarily, and you're giving me bullcrap answers like, "Oh, it was good. I ate food." Like, what am I supposed to do with that? You ate food? Okay, I ate food too. Why are you being so vague? You want to know what I did today? I woke up. I said, hey, I feel good. I got ready. I posted on Instagram. I spam listened to Kodak Black and danced around my house and ate sloppy joes for lunch. That is an abbreviation of what I did because the rest is just, how do I even break it down to you, dude? That's why we're here. How do I even break it down to you, dude? In my diary entries, when I would write like when I would journal, I would always just give a quick summary of my day and what my day was like. But I think it would be better if I was like, I see it would take up too much space if I was to like break down my emotions to everything as well. Because imagine if I sat there and wrote, I could write pages and pages the way I'm yapping. Right? Dude. Yeah. And there was a lot of problems in that relationship. And then it's like, I don't know. Like I said this once when I was like, oh, if I'm dating someone and like it doesn't work out and things like that, then we can be friends, right? I think it'd be mad cool if I could just find a friend that's down to have movie nights, gang. I don't mean like, I don't mean romantic movie nights. I just mean we can watch a movie. I've held movie nights with my friends before, which is cool, but it was like a group of people. But if we can just watch YouTube videos together, that's also really cool. I don't see anything wrong with watching a YouTube videos together. I watched so much YouTube recently. That's how I like get the influx of just consistent YouTube ideas. But I'm trying not to burn out, so I'm taking a break. You know, just taking a small break. I'm coming back 2025, hot and heavy. Not really. I'm not really coming back hot and heavy. I don't know when I'm posting because I skipped Sunday, so I just don't know when I'll be back. I just know it'll be sometime next year when it comes to my main channel. Yeah, I think I said everything I wanted to say, which is a shame. It's a shame that it only takes me like 40 minutes to get my whole yap session out, isn't it? Not really. All right. I watched the video and it felt good. Okay, you know what felt good? It felt like I was holding a real conversation. And like I said, with my ex, we could not hold conversations at all because they wouldn't give real responses, and it was so dry. Everyone hates a dry texter, but a dry texter and a dry caller, are you just dry all together? I hate that. I hate that real bad. Real bad. It makes me sad. It makes me mad. I hate that so much. But luckily, I have no dry textures in my DMs at the moment. We are all very excited to be here and happy to be communicating, which is cool. Even if it like, even if we fall apart, even if it turns out that we're no longer friends in a couple of months, even if the group disbands after a month, because you know that happens to a lot of group chats. Let's be honest, you form a group chat and then it's gone in like a month or two. I'm hoping that when it comes to this group chat, when it comes to these friends, that we can expand upon the way we met and branch out to other things so we can keep in touch. I don't know what that means. Don't know where we'd have to be. Don't know where everyone else has to be. I think it takes a couple, I think it takes a bit of opening up. Not a lot, just a little bit. But I think there's potential. But I say that about literally every friend I make. Every every person I meet, I say there's potential here because we clicked. It's just like the whole clicking thing makes me think there's potential here. Like we have the potential to be really good friends. It's the potential that just trips me. I gotta stop believing people have potential. Like I gotta admit to myself that like I've been talking to this person for like 4 hours. Stop being effing delusional. They don't give a crap about you, and you shouldn't give a crap about them. Their mental health, don't care. Health problems, don't care. What they got going on in their space, don't care. Probably never see you again. I get to choose if I want to see you again. And even if I choose to invite you in my life, I still might not see you again. That's the craziest thing. Like, I just gotta stop being delusional. But friends, bro. Friends. I never watched the TV show Friends, but if that TV show is anything like what I'm experiencing now, I'd hate to see it. I'd hate to see it. Ah, does anyone think having friendships is complicated? I think friendships are complicated sometimes. I feel like they don't have to be, and they're mostly not. Do you think if a friendship is complicated, maybe it's more than a friendship? I don't know. Or maybe it's only complicated because you keep overthinking. Not to call yourself out, I'm calling myself out. But just like, is it complicated because you keep overthinking the small things and you forget that people get busy? People get busy. They get busy. They're a busybody. I'm so tired. Okay, I think I should end this. I'm sorry for yawning in your ear. It's very uncomfortable. Um, it's 4 a.m. on the dot. Left on red or left on delivered. It's one of the two. All I know is that that's definitely where I am in the friendship. I'm left on red, left undelivered, and that just got me thinking about friends. Am I about to get ghosted? I don't know. I feel like it's so early to get ghosted. Like, can you ghost me in like maybe like 2 weeks when I feel like it's over? But I feel like when a friendship is fresh, I think we should at least let it last for like 3 weeks. And then we're like, okay, yeah, we're over each other. Let's go meet new people because this got boring. This was 2 hours ago. Okay, yeah, yeah. Anyways, I'm prolonging this podcast episode. I'm very sorry for making you guys suffer through 44 minutes and then the ending being some raw silence. I am a terrible person for that. And I need to edit these pods, but I'm not. For at least the first month it's going to be a little raw cuz there's nothing I can do. I just don't have the money to afford like a transcript for editing that cuts out dead space. I just can't afford that at the moment, so yeah. And I don't feel like editing all that dead space out myself. It's just so much work, and I already got a main channel where I got to do all that dead space crap, so yeah. Thank you for listening to my rant. Very good, cool rant. It was a lot calmer of a rant. I think it's a less emotional rant, less emotionally charged, at least. Thank you for watching. Watching? I don't think anyone is watching. Thank you for listening. Thank you for listening. We're not on any other platform but YouTube for now. Because if I ever do get successful, I'll put it on Spotify. I'll put it on all the platforms. I don't know how, but I'll figure it out. But until then, it's just rants that hopefully somebody will randomly pick up and say, I enjoy this. I don't know. Anyways, like the video if you liked it. Comment down below whatever you want to comment down below. It could be related. If you have any questions about friendships, I can talk about that a little bit as well. I'm trying to get like a Q&A started, but it's very difficult because I don't have enough interactions on my Instagram. No, this is not promo because I don't even put my effing Instagram account in my description of YouTube. It's just dates of when it was filmed. Alright, that's it. Oh, and subscribe. Holy crap, if you want to hear more rants, or if you want to give me a topic to rant about, just leave it in the comments. I'll see it. I might not respond to it, but I'll certainly see it. I'll think about it. I'll think it over, and maybe I'll talk about it one day. Or I'll start Googling topic ideas. One of those ideas. I know there's a lot of random rants that I want to have, but I don't know how I'm gonna like incorporate that, because I can't call it a full episode if it's just a random rant, right? I feel like the episode things are for like full days, a full day coverage. Meanwhile, if I just want to rant about something a little bit, maybe F it, I'll just give it episode, because okay, the episodes for the days. Okay, cool. We've already got that discovered. Great, we figured out one thing. Sorry for keeping you guys on. Yeah, I'm gonna end it now. Bye. Peace and love. I love you, wonderful, amazing, beautiful people. And I hope to see you guys in another episode if you hope to see me too. Cool. Ellie. Yeah. Oh yeah. Let's do this. You ready? Okay, let's freestyle.